Hi everybody, Armine Bazikyan here from Bazikyan Law Group. This month I want to answer a question that I get asked all the time, and that is, what is the difference between a will and a trust, and which one do I need? I get asked this question all the time, and the answer depends on a number of factors. But my short answer would be, it all depends. It depends on your personal financial situation and the goals that you want to accomplish. It might be a will, it might be a trust, or it might be a combination of both in your scenario. So a will and a trust are both methods of transferring assets upon death. They both accomplish the same goal of getting your assets to the person that you want after you're gone. However, there's several factors that you have to consider when having a discussion about which one you should get done. So the first factor that I would want to highlight for everyone is probate. We want to avoid probate at all costs, and we've discussed this in several types of videos where we outline how expensive it is, how time-consuming it is. So probate is what we want to avoid. When you create a will, you do not avoid that probate process. And this is a common misconception that people have. So if you have just a will in place, your estate, your assets are going to go through this probate process. So to avoid the probate process, we create a trust. The trust does not go through probate. It avoids probate, which is what we want, right? So that's the first factor to consider. The second is privacy. When you have a will, and because it has to go through this probate process, all of your assets, everything that you write in that will is going to be public information. So if privacy is a concern for you, that's something to think about. If you don't want your personal affairs to be a part of the public records, you don't want a will, because it's going to go through probate and it's going to be made part of the public records, and anyone can access this information. Whereas when you create a trust, the trust is a private document. It's a private contract oftentimes, or declaration. The only people that have copies of it are you, your successor trustee, your attorney, maybe your CPA. So essentially, with the administration of a trust after the person has passed away, there's a very small, limited group of people who actually get to see the details of the trust. And that appeals to a lot of people because we want to keep our affairs private. We want to keep our assets private. So if that's something that concerns you, it's something to think about. The third factor to consider is incapacity. So oftentimes, the reason why attorneys, or myself in particular, lean towards a trust for a client is because we want them to not only have planning done for death, but we also want planning done for their incapacity as well. So a trust will provide that. It will not only step up and help you when you've passed away, but it will also allow people in your life to step up and help you if you're ever mentally or physically incapacitated. Now, that type of benefit you just simply do not have with a will. If you have simply a will in place, that's not going to provide you with any assistance if you're incapacitated. Your loved ones are going to have to go to court and get a conservatorship over you in order to gain control of your assets, to be able to pay your bills and do whatever needs to be done financially for you. So that's a third factor to think about. And the fourth and final factor, which you should consider, is cost. Now, this is where the will wins out, because creation of a will is much, much cheaper than creating a trust. So although it's more inexpensive than creating a trust, because it has to go through that probate process, in long term, if you're looking at it in hindsight, it's actually much, much more expensive than creating a trust, because although it costs very little to set up in the beginning, on the back end, when you've passed away, it's going to be extremely expensive to administer through the probate system. Whereas the trust is the opposite. It'll cost more than a will to set up in the beginning, but overall, it'll cost less out of pocket for you and your loved ones at the end of the day. So if you'd like to discuss whether you need a trust or a will in place, feel free to call our office. I provide free consultations, and take advantage of it. Come on in. We'll talk about you and your needs, what type of assets you have, and I'll be able to better advise you on what you should do. Thank you. Bye-bye.